Industry estimates suggest Iran needs $100 billion to develop its aging gas infrastructure. Tehran is looking for foreign companies to make that investment. The nuclear deal lifted some sanctions on Iran, but mainly in Europe. It is still very difficult for American companies to do business, says Raina Jan, an expert on financing deals with Iran.
Unless it's licensed by the OFAC, the US sanction authority, there is no way for a US American to negotiate any transaction with an Iranian.
So Iran is looking elsewhere. Indian demand for gas is forecast to grow rapidly, and Tehran sees it as a key market. SAGE, a private consortium, has advanced plans for the world's deepest underwater pipeline connecting the two countries.
A reconnaissance survey was performed between Oman and India. Unfortunately, at that time, the leg that went to Iran couldn't be surveyed because of sanctions, and SAGE is expecting to perform the remaining leg of the survey into Iran this year.
The 1,300-kilometre, $5 billion pipeline would lie more than 2,500 metres underwater on the seabed. The viability of such investments depends on the price of gas, currently difficult to predict.
You get floating up and down, which is not what investors would like. So I can imagine that as a natural development, similarly as OPEC for oil, on the long future we could think about a GPEC, let's say a gas producing, exporting country type of infrastructure.
Iran would likely wield considerable power in such a cartel, but there are clouds on the horizon. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly criticized the nuclear deal and has signed off on new sanctions on Iran. History shows the United States could still intervene to disrupt foreign investment, says Raina Jan.
The US invented secondary sanctions where they sanction European companies which acted in complete accordance with EU law, but not in accordance with the US law. So therefore, I think they have an impact in our market.
The French bank BNP Paribas was fined $8.9 billion by US authorities in 2014 for breaking such secondary sanctions. The nuclear deal has since lifted some restrictions, but analysts say President Trump has introduced new uncertainty just as investment in Iran starts to build. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, Frankfurt, Germany.